I think Tyson will stop Ngannou probably, 4 or 5 rounds. I think he'll carry it a little bit. It's a scary man, but Tyson's a scary man, isn't he? And you're in Tyson's lane there, so I think, I think Tyson will carry him for a bit, and then he'll probably put a stop to him in 4 or 5 rounds.
Anyone who thinks that Fabio Wardley wouldn't absolutely school Francis Ngannou is on some kind of recreational drugs or on something. But make no mistake, if any boxer was to try and get in an octagon or a cage with Francis Ngannou, then he would absolutely tear them apart, and I'm pretty sure that man is capable of tearing hands or feet or any limb off your body. He's that strong. It's just that mixed martial arts and boxing are two completely different sports. It's like saying rugby and football are similar because they're both played with the ball. They belong in different stratospheres.
Tyson Fury, or Frank Warren's promoter, just announced that he's fighting Ngannou, which is an MMA fighter, so it's another crossover fight. Load of rubbish. He's on about the game's changed, everyone's going to change the whole sport. Absolute load of shit. I don't like swearing, but it's a load of shit. Yeah. We don't want to see that fight. No. We want to see Tyson Fury in there with Usyk. Yeah. Well, the straight semi-final in Saudi Arabia they've been talking about for a while, where Anthony Joshua fights Deontay Wilder. It's pointless Fury fighting Wilder. He's fought him 3 times. I've drawn 2 wins. Don't get me wrong, I'd see it again. I'd like to watch it again. It's always a great fight. But we need AJ in with Wilder. We need Usyk in with Fury. We've seen Usyk and AJ twice. We know who the man is there. And unfortunately for AJ, he's not good enough. The winner of that fight's in the final.
If you didn't like sport, it's good. If you didn't like show, it's too good. But Tyson Fury, it's world champion in WBC, yeah? Ngannou don't have boxing fight. It's UFC fighter. But I guess it's not good boxing. It's guy who don't have the boxing
IQ.
Not IQ, boxing fight. Maybe amateur, not professional. But it's show.
Given the time, there's a lot of things that you could take from Mike Tyson and implement into Francis Ngannou's game, which is going to help him in this fight specifically. But whether he's going to be able to implement them in enough time, and whether it's going to be enough to get to Fury is the big question. I certainly think it's a smart move, but he's still going to be really up against it to land his power punches, of course.
I think he is going to be really up against it. Obviously, we keep talking about it's Francis's boxing debut, really, but the fact that he's brought Tyson in and the points that Dan made are all very, very valid. But I think another thing that Tyson Fury is such an admirer of Mike Tyson, to have kind of your hero in the corner of the opponent, I think it's a good move as well, just for the how Tyson deals with that mentally and everything else. I mean, Tyson for me is mentally a very, very strong person, but that just adds a little bit of space to it, I think.
Tyson Fury's not interested really in undisputed and legacy. He wants to go out and make a load of money. So he's fighting a guy that could fight 1 million times and not lose. And he's probably going to make 30 or 40 million quid in the process. Good luck to him. It's disappointing for boxing, but I get it.
Who are you going for?
Ngannou. Yeah, man, I'll go for strength. You take skill, I'll take strength.
You know what comes out on top of that?
What? Huh? What?
Ring IQ.
What? I'll bet you.
Ring IQ.
This way he's going to be thinking ring IQ.
If it was MMA,
then he gets
MMA, Ngannou all day long.
Yeah, of course.
Boxing, got to go for it.
No, of course. But I don't just like to be like everybody. But listen, it's his ring, so you would expect for the skill to come out. But with what Ngannou's strength,
power.
It's a chance, and this is why I was, to be fair, before you jumped in, I was saying,
Sorry, no,
it's love. Come on, bless you.
Listen, boxing's a business from the start, and I think people get too caught up in, even like when they talk about YouTube boxing and whatever else, which also brings in a lot of money, and fans love it, and why do people hate on it? If Fury wants to fight the baddest man in the octagon, for me, it brings my eyes in, it brings a lot of fans in, so I don't see why there'd be anything wrong with it. Why anyone's got a problem with it. He's still going to go on and fight the best boxers in the world. He's already done that. And he's a showman, and he's putting on another show.
I see Tyson Fury winning pretty comfortably. You never know. Ngannou could catch him, could knock him out. Highly unlikely. If I was coaching him, I'd say just bully him into the corner, use your wrestling, push him into the corner and just unload and just swing for the fences, and you might catch him. Because if he does catch him, he might knock him out. But if he tries to do a technical boxing match with him, he will lose in spectacular fashion. And he will probably lose anyway. But well done for him. You know, he's got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Apparently Deontay Wilder wants to fight him as well, so certainly a lot of options for him.
I think Ngannou's got a puncher's chance, but it's a very, 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 very small puncher's chance, very slim chance. As someone who has sparred Tyson a lot and seen Tyson up close, sparring a lot, and seen him fight up close, I think that someone with the inexperience of someone like Francis Ngannou, it's going to be really tough. Obviously, he punches like an absolute truck, and if you put Francis Ngannou in there with anybody and tell him that he's allowed to punch him, he's got a chance against anybody. But Tyson Fury is a master of what he does, and it's going to be a tough night for Ngannou, I think.
I've got no idea which way that. Well, I think Fury wins, but like the two different disciplines, those kind of fights are so difficult. I've got no idea. I would love to see a proper heavyweight fight. I would love to see a proper boxing fight. There's a morbid fascination about it, though. I do have to say that there's, with those like crossovers, I think there's something kind of fascinating about it. I like to see Tyson Fury active as well, and I think especially with the heavyweights, they're not active enough. So I'm glad he's active. I would love to see it against like someone. I don't know if we'll ever get the Joshua fight. I don't know if we'll ever get that. I don't know if we'll ever get the Usyk fight as well. The Daniel Dubois fight will be quite interesting. So who knows? Fury wins, though. Fury wins, doesn't he?
I think you should have a boxing match, and then you should have a UFC match. You know what I mean? And then the last one should be like a sack race or something. Whoever wins the sack race wins the 3.
That would be a
that'd
great
be
way to
good,
round it
yeah.
off as well.
I think so. I mean, I'd be interested to see how he does at boxing. You know, obviously we know how he's done at UFC. It's all, you know, so that's crazy. Like, there's no way I don't think Tyson would ever take him in the UFC. But the boxing thing is now it's a completely different situation. I'd also see if he'd like, during the fight, if he's getting a little frustrated, if he's going to try and double leg Tyson or something, or get him in a clinch, you know what I mean? But I think it's interesting. I think Tyson, that the boxing needs some really good, serious competitors, you know what I mean? I think that's only good for the sport, and obviously good for Tyson too.
I'm just looking forward to seeing him fight again. I'm going to be brutally honest, it wouldn't have been the opponent I would have picked to watch him fight. That's my hand on my heart. I just love the big fights, and I'm looking forward to seeing him fighting again. And there's massive fights out there.